The fire burns until the morning comes around.
Well, hello there chums, it's I, Captain Stephen Exo, and we're up in the Nexus for a good reason. This is patch 2.24, and 2.24 brought a few new base parts, so head over to the construction research station. You will need salvage data to get these objects. Now I am in creative mode, so yes, I don't need the salvage data, but there they all are. There's the new things, that, and that. So awesome. Okay, so we've got all those parts. Next I'm going to go down to a planet. Being in creative mode, I can tinker about with these and see if I can give you some sort of basic guide with me just trying to fumble my way through it and understand it. And hopefully I'll be able to put it in logical layman's terms. So I'll see you guys down on the nearest planet. Okay, so stay tuned. Well, hello there chums. Right, so firstly you need to put down a base computer. So I'm just going to go into the build menu and I'm going to be putting down a base computer. There we go, done. And I'm going to interact with this and of course claim the base area. Okay, so here we go. Now what I'm thinking of doing is putting down some of the flashing floor tiles, because it looks like they change colour with the beats of the music, or there's some way of making them change colour as seen in the actual video trailer for this update, so I'm hopefully going to try and work out how to do that. So yeah, just bear with me 1 second chums. I'm going to place down some objects, see if I can get it working, and I'll talk you through how I actually did it. Okay, so I'll see you in a second. Hello there chums. Right, so I have put together a little gnarly dance floor. So what I've got over here is my power source. My power source is hooked up to the back of this thing to the power source there. So this is my ByteBeat device. The power source is there, the audio source is here. Now on the actual ByteBeat, the ByteBeat switches, that's hard to say. You've got electric from the bottom, and then you've got sound going to the back end of here. Now what powers it is at the opposite end of here, so that's the power that you put out to the actual floor panels. So this bottom one is number 1, number 2, number 3 and number 4, and as you can see I've put numbers on these just to make it a bit easier for me. Now when you go to your ByteBeat switch, when you're in here you need to be looking at 1, 2, 3 or 4. And as you can see, I haven't even marked the rhythm on here. I mean, I could make it light up on all of them and then it would go freaking ballistic. But these are your trigger points. These are your trigger conditions. So whenever it hits this note, on this beat, it's going to light up. So sometimes less is more. You don't need a lot of triggers, or else you're going to induce some sort of coma, because it's just going to flash like anything, or it's just going to stay on the whole time. You don't want that. So if I go over to here, to my actual beat device, you can see here I've got the BPM quite high. If I was to turn this down a little bit, you're going to see it in a little bit more of a steadier flow. You don't want to put it too slow, or else you're not going to see anything at all. But there you go, you've got it flashing a little bit there, which is quite cool. So that makes it a little bit more of an 80s sort of disco. Not that the tune sounds that great now, but it gives you an idea of what I've done. So if I have a look at number 2 here, so number 2, again, I've only gone for basic triggers, but it's only on beats 2, and yeah, I've gone for this sort of range here, and I did mark a rhythm one on that one, just to sort of randomize it up a bit. I mean, this is not an exact science, chums. I mean, this is my first attempt at this, but it's fairly straightforward in a roundabout kind of way. I mean, it's not really. It's freaking difficult, to be fair. And yeah, my wires are a freaking mess. But you could actually put multiple ones of these synthesizers together. You could get it flashing, but I couldn't get these to change different colors. I've actually cheated, and I've just colored these in. I mean, when you look at the actual when you put them down, it says you can color them before or after you put them down, and what I find is when it lights up it goes sort of like a brighter sort of color, and then it jumps to another. In the trailer it looked like they actually changed colors, but I have not worked out how to do that as yet, chums, and I'm going to be waiting for a full-on tutorial from somebody more brainier than me, someone like the Zanes of the world or something. But yeah, so that's it for now, chums. You can make pretty gnarly stuff in a roundabout way. It's a shame it's not night time, so we could really see this in action. What's the time of day right now? Let's see how long it would take to get to night. Okay, it's not too far off. I'll tell you what, I'll wait till night time and then I'll give you a proper light display. But that's it for now, chums. It's very sort of basic in tune. Keep your triggers quite low, and yeah, just well, for basics, I mean, yeah, it's taken me a while to get to this stage. See this big hole? That was where I was experimenting before. yeah, that wasn't great. I didn't video that one. Okay, chums, so that's my basic guide. I'll see you when it gets dark. Hello, chums! Night is upon us, and yeah, the disco floor is in full force. Look at that! Isn't that pretty damn decent? Now you can see here from these actual cables coming down that when they're on, they're blue, and when they're off, they're red. And it is pretty much that simple, really. And that's actually done by the trigger conditions from each of the different boxes. Have a play, see what you can come up with, but that's my very basic guide. And yes, the cables look messy as hell, but yeah, I've done it so you can actually see where I've hooked the power up, the audio up, and then the power from the back end. So the only thing that's got power here is just this one cable going to there. If I was to delete that cable, the whole thing falls apart. What I do like is the screens up here. They actually show waves when there's actually a sound wave coming through, and they do change in pattern. It's actually really nicely put together. Sterling efforts. Whoever you are at Hello Games who worked on this on your own, you sir are freaking awesome, and you deserve an air grab. I'm going to give you an air grab. So that's for you, Hello Games chum, you devy awesomeness, you. Yeah, well, fantastic. That's a lovely little surprise, and yeah, it's awesome. I really like it. I'm not exactly too au fait with it. I'm going to be having to wait for a decent guide to come out. I mean, this is just a very basic tutorial, chums, just to give you an overview how to get it basically twinkling and flashing. But yeah, I am not a freaking expert at this, and yeah, that it goes to show, to be honest. I've seen more musical doorbells. Anyway, cheerio for now. Goodbye and thank you for watching. Goodbye. I have a Patreon. There's a tier there for pretty much everyone, including ship models. Hop along and take a look-see. And here are my current Patreons. Thank you, Patreons! Yeah! And over on Teespring I have merch, which is fantastic. Go grab yourself a mug or some tights or some fancy socks. Or you can support my channel in many other ways by hitting a like, a subscribe, or hit the notification bell. Or don't skip the adverts, because that throws some revenue down my avenue. Yeah! Or you can just hit one of these tiles on this screen and stay with Captain Steve and EXO that little bit longer. Thank you for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.